Have you ever sat down for a meal, picked up a pair of disposable chopsticks, and instinctively snapped them apart without giving it a second thought? It's such a familiar ritual that almost nobody stops to wonder why they arrive connected in the first place. After all, they end up as two separate chopsticks anyway, so why weren't they made that way from the start? Is it simply a manufacturing shortcut? Or is there another reason hidden behind this everyday design? So why are disposable chopsticks joined together? Today, we're exploring the story behind one of the most overlooked objects in restaurants and takeout meals, right here, on History of Simple Things. Chopsticks have been used across East Asia for thousands of years, with archaeological evidence tracing their origins in China to more than 3 millennia ago. Over time, they spread to countries such as Japan, Korea, and Vietnam, each developing unique styles, materials, and dining customs. Traditionally, chopsticks were made from bamboo, wood, metal, ivory, or lacquered hardwood and were intended to be washed and reused countless times. Disposable chopsticks, however, are a relatively modern invention. Their popularity grew during the late 19th and 20th centuries as restaurants, rail travel, and later takeout dining demanded a hygienic utensil that required no washing. Although they quickly became commonplace, one curious feature remained almost universal. Each pair was manufactured as a single connected piece rather than as two separate sticks. For decades, people have come up with different explanations for this design. Some assume the connection simply makes packaging easier, while others believe it's intended to prevent one chopstick from getting lost before use. A few even think the joined design exists purely because it's cheaper to manufacture. While each idea contains a small grain of truth, none fully explains why the design became the worldwide standard. If manufacturers were only concerned about saving money, producing two loose sticks would seem equally possible. Likewise, restaurants could simply package separate chopsticks together. The persistence of the connected design suggests that it solves several practical problems simultaneously, and understanding those reasons requires looking at both manufacturing and customer experience. The biggest reason only becomes clear once you consider food safety and customer confidence. Disposable chopsticks are designed to reassure diners that nobody has previously handled the surfaces that will touch their food. Because both sticks are carved from a single piece of wood or bamboo and remain attached until the moment they're used, customers immediately know the pair hasn't been separated before reaching their table. That visible act of breaking them apart serves as an informal, tamper-evident seal. Unlike wrapped plastic utensils where you simply trust the packaging, joined chopsticks allow diners to personally verify that the eating ends have never been used. The snapping motion has therefore become more than a habit. It communicates cleanliness in a simple, unmistakable way. Joining the chopsticks together also offers important advantages during manufacturing. Most disposable chopsticks are produced from long pieces of bamboo or wood that pass through automated cutting and shaping machines. Keeping the pair attached during these steps allows both chopsticks to be carved simultaneously with identical dimensions, ensuring they match perfectly in length, thickness, and taper. It also simplifies sorting, packaging, and shipping because every finished product already exists as a complete pair, rather than requiring two separate pieces to be aligned later. The thin bridge connecting them uses very little extra material while improving efficiency throughout production. As a result, manufacturers can produce enormous quantities with fewer handling steps and lower labor costs. Interestingly, not all disposable chopsticks are exactly the same. In Japan, the connected style is commonly known as waribashi, meaning split chopsticks, and many are made from bamboo, birch, aspen, or other lightweight woods. Some premium restaurants choose higher quality woods that split more cleanly, while budget versions may produce rough edges or splinters if broken unevenly. In other countries, individually separated disposable chopsticks do exist, particularly in certain packaged food products or airline meals, but they remain far less common. The connected design became the dominant standard because diners recognize it instantly and associate it with a fresh, unused utensil. There is another subtle advantage to keeping disposable chopsticks connected until the last moment. Because both sticks originate from the same piece of wood, they naturally have nearly identical weight, grain direction, and flexibility. This consistency can make them feel more balanced in the hand compared with randomly paired sticks. The connection also protects the tapered tips from knocking against each other during transportation, reducing minor damage before they reach restaurants or stores. While these benefits may seem small individually, together they contribute to a product that is inexpensive, reliable, easy to package, and trusted by customers. What appears to be a tiny strip of wood joining the two halves actually reflects careful thinking about manufacturing, sanitation, handling, and user expectations all at once. The next time you break apart a pair of disposable chopsticks, you'll know that the snap isn't just the beginning of your meal. It's the final step in a design refined through decades of practical experience. What seems like an insignificant detail helps manufacturers produce billions of matching pairs efficiently while giving diners visible reassurance that their utensils are clean and untouched. It's a reminder that many everyday objects aren't shaped by a single clever idea but by layers of history, engineering, tradition, and human behavior. Sometimes the simplest designs endure not because they're flashy or complicated, but because they quietly solve several problems at once. And after enough years, they become so familiar that we stop noticing them altogether. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.